We have often spotlighted those astonishingly good-looking freshwater species that you can opt to add to your aquarium in our previous video. Starting from the betta fish, neon tetra, molly, and guppies, and down to the other well-known species available in the hobby. There's no doubt that they all give their best to showcase how incredible it is to have a freshwater tank in your home. However, today on Aquarium Store Depot, we will bow our hands into the 20 popular types of saltwater fish in the aquarium industry. Look who's in shock now, huh? You're hearing it right, viewers. In this video, we will acknowledge the brilliant beauty that these fish on the list feature. But hold up, just chill and lend your ear to what I'm about to say. On our planet, there are thought to be more than 20,000 different saltwater fish species. The marine aquarium hobby has successfully adapted some of the largest and brightest fish to the home aquarium. The majority of marine fish species regrettably cannot adapt to aquarium setups. Habitat needs, migratory dependence, specific nutrition, or water quality could cause this. As time goes on, more and more species are brought to the hobby and enhanced for the highest possible chances of survival.
So does this mean that the complexity of these types of fish equates with a higher cost of buying them in the market?
Typically, the most popular saltwater fish produced in captivity start around $15 and remain about $100. Though it varies by type, wild-caught fish typically cost less than captive-bred varieties. Prices usually differ significantly among saltwater fish species since some are more sought after than others. Captive-bred fish are more expensive, but are becoming the future of the industry as it matures. I've already spilled a lot of information about saltwater fish, so it's time to finally move on to the types of saltwater fish to keep as your next aquatic buddy. Before I start with the first spot for popular saltwater fish, please give us a thumbs up and smash that subscribe button for a continuous update regarding our new YouTube videos. To start with our list, let's give it up for the marine angelfish. One of the most well-liked saltwater fish for marine aquariums is the angelfish. Due to size, hostility, or coral-related issues, only some enthusiasts can comfortably house these stunning fish. Although some hobbyists succeed with the smaller species, angelfish of all sizes are generally not considered reef safe. There are two sizes of angelfish, large and small. Let's get to know them. First, the large angelfish. Fish like large angelfish may be seen gliding over the reef's periphery, picking at whatever sessile crustaceans they come across on the rockwork. These fish are among the most colorful and stunning, with striking patterns and personalities. Next, we have the dwarf angelfish. In particular, small species like the coral beauty angelfish and the flame angelfish are among the most popular of dwarf angelfish to keep in an aquarium. Although they are far more manageable for the typical hobbyist, these little fish may be just as colorful and aggressive as their larger counterparts. Secondly, the Anthias. Anthias are colorful and entertaining aquarium fish that may be housed in a community. They are desirable for entire reef setups because they are also reef safe. However, they are more challenging to own because they rely on specific foods like copod and need to be constantly fed. Third on our list are basslets. Although basslets as our third saltwater fish are harder to find, a few species occasionally become accessible. Since they are primarily from deep reefs in the Atlantic Ocean rather than the tropical environment of the Indo-Pacific, these little fish are distinct from others in the Gramma genus. The most popular of this group is the royal gramma, which is commonly found in stores. Fourth on our list are fish named Blennies. One of the most varied species available for saltwater aquariums are the Blennies. These calm fish come in many colors and sizes. Some species are ideal for nano community tanks, as they are incredibly resilient, affordable, and simple to get. These fish are excellent starter fish for hobbyists. The Myacanthus genus is home to several poisonous aquarium fish. Therefore, hobbyists should be aware of this. Gobies are our fifth saltwater fish. Gobies and Blennies are similar. However, gobies are often smaller and more slender, since many of these tiny reef fish burrow into the substrate and eat organic matter that gets stuck there. They become influential cleanup team members. Gobies may be found worldwide in freshwater, brackish water, and saltwater habitats. The butterflyfish will genuinely give you butterflies in your stomach. Fish only with live rock, or Fowler setups look stunning with butterflyfish, a big, vibrant, and primarily tranquil tank fish. Butterflyfish are generally incompatible with corals and other sessile invertebrates. because a majority of the species will nip at the corals. 7th on our list is the Cardinalfish. These mouth-breathing saltwater fish stand out thanks to their short, rounded bodies and big eyes. Although they're not the most colorful fish available, their toughness and simplicity in breeding make them a favorite. Due to constrained environments and overharvesting, it is significant to emphasize that the Bongai cardinal is an endangered species and only available as a tank-bred variety. If you're Finding Nemo, you've seen the Clownfish. These distinctive orange, black, and white stripes made them an aquarium mainstay for the home reef. This fish is one of the best options for a beginner saltwater aquarium, even though the Ocellaris clownfish are the most common type. You may also encounter clowns with longer short fins, yellow or maroon coloring, and cooperative or aggressive personalities. You won't be a damsel in distress with the Damselfish. These little reef fish may not appear to be aggressive due to their size, yet they have been known to completely take over a saltwater aquarium. They play a significant role in preserving the health of coral reefs and are well liked by enthusiasts who keep saltwater aquariums. If you're planning to keep them, consider adding them last and go with Azure, Strax, or Springer Damsel, as these are the less aggressive species. Our 10th saltwater fish is the Tangs. Tangs in the reef aquarium are colorful, active, and entertaining. Additionally, they are always on the lookout for algae to consume, and they will repeatedly pick any food they come across off the rock. Due to their potential size and high activity level, most enthusiasts need larger tanks to maintain happy tanks. We're far from where we started, fish keepers, so make sure to pay attention to our 11th fish, named the Rabbitfish. Although rabbitfish are not the most common saltwater fish, they do have certain advantages for aquariums at home. Most of the time, rabbitfish, especially the fox-faced low, will pick at the live rock since they are good algae eaters. Bubble algae, which may be difficult to remove, will be eaten by these fish. Some rabbitfish are very active and swim all over the tank. They are known coral pickers and are poisonous. Many reefers will still try them out because they have great personalities. If you're watching SpongeBob, you know which character Pufferfish looks like. That's right, it's Mrs. Puff. Despite their alluring beauty, pufferfish often need to be in fish-only tanks. Owning a small, controllable saddle puffer differs from owning a starry puffer that requires a 300-gallon specialist setup. Some of the largest and tiniest species have special diets, temperaments, and space requirements. These fish require careful research before purchasing. The 13th fish is the Triggerfish. Triggerfish get their name from their remarkable capacity to wedge themselves into rocks and only come out after the dorsal fin spine is loosened. This seldom occurs in the saltwater tank environment, and these well-known saltwater fish continue to be enthusiastic and energetic, but can be hostile toward other fish. Some triggerfish, like the bluethroat and Niger, have been successfully kept in reef tanks. They will all attempt to eat and hunt small crabs and shrimps. Another saltwater fish that can display extravagance in your tank is the lionfish. The availability of lionfish as pets in saltwater aquarium hobby is controversial. The issue is that these fish are very invasive in some habitats worldwide, and aquarists think that they shouldn't be exploited. However, some species like the handy dwarf variety may fit into smaller saltwater tanks. Also, lionfish are venomous, so be careful when handling them. They can be kept in reefs, but will attempt to eat anything that can fit in their mouths. They will leave corals alone. Our 15th spot will go to the groupers. In aquaculture, groupers are highly significant and well-liked game fish. These magnificent saltwater fish grow enormous while consuming whatever they can fit in their mouths. The severely endangered Goliath grouper, which may extend to 8 feet long and weigh over 800 pounds, is one of this family's most notable species. These fish are best kept in only aggressive setups. The mesmerizing hawkfish is a saltwater fish that you should also have. One of the less common bottom-dwelling species for saltwater aquariums is the hawkfish. These little fish are so named because of their distinctive habit of perching on rocks and patiently watching for moving prey. Hawkfish are often reef-safe community fish. However, because of their high activity level, they readily consume smaller invertebrates like cleaner shrimp or fish. 17th on our list is the wrasses. Every enthusiast may choose their perfect saltwater wrasse thanks to the wide variety of species available. These fish come in every color conceivable. Some are reef-safe, while others are not. Others will heavily rely on the microorganisms on and around the rock. And in contrast, other wrasse species can help manage pest populations in the reef aquarium, such as marine worms. There's a wrasse for just about any setup you can imagine. Going 18th is the eels. Eels aren't what you often picture in a saltwater aquarium, but they may be an excellent addition to a small reef or predatory tank. Eels are incredible escape artists with a messy appetite. They require a particular setup with lots of hiding places, a tight-fitting lid, and a diversified feed. More oversized live and frozen items need to be added to feedings regularly. Suppose you're interested in adopting eels in your tank and are curious about how they could reproduce. In that case, you can check out our video about eel reproduction on our YouTube channel. The video is a hoot! Going back, our 19th saltwater fish is the Dragonets. The food requirements for Dragonets are higher than those for Gobies and Blennies. A mature tank that is routinely seeded with copepods is required to effectively maintain a Dragonet. And to meet their food requirements, it can also be necessary to gather copepods in a sump or another tank. Although some Dragonets have successfully switched to a frozen meal diet, this is only sometimes the case. They need to consistently eat in order to survive in a captive environment. If they can be kept fed, they're fairly hardy fish. And finally, number 20 on our list is the Squirrelfish. In the saltwater aquarium, Squirrelfish is a unique addition. Since they're nocturnal, these fish are often calm but rather active at night. They've been known to pick at tiny crustaceans but are generally reef-safe to corals. Due to their high density on the natural reef, Squirrelfish may provide a touch of nature to a home aquarium. How peaceful it is for our eyes. Now, there we have it, the list of different saltwater fish that you can add to your tank. Although these fish are exciting and beautiful, keep in mind that you're giving them the kind of aquarium setup compatible with their personality and behavior. There are predatory tanks and communal saltwater tanks. The tranquil and semi-aggressive fish in a community tank can be stocked to mimic a reef environment with the proper space and shelter. Fewer fish will often be placed in a predatory tank, along with larger, more aggressive fish. Here are some of the most well-known saltwater fish you can get if you want to build a community reef tank that won't harm other fish. Some of the coolest fish in the entire hobby are aggressive saltwater fish. These fish frequently have a lot of personalities, are huge, and are usually colorful. Because of their size and hostility, these gorgeous fish can only be kept in the same tank with a few others. Therefore, it would be wise to be familiar with the following fish that are not suitable for the communal reef tank. Because who wants to witness a brutal incident in their tanks, right? Amazing how these fish could roam not only in the sea or ocean, but also in our tank. Choosing the ideal saltwater fish for your mini ecosystem might be challenging given the wide variety available. However, I hope this video has given you enough knowledge of what saltwater fish to choose for the hobby. If you agree, we would be glad to receive a thumbs up from you and a subscription notification as our new followers. You can also visit our website at aquariumstoredepot.com for more exciting facts about the aquarium hobby. Please don't hesitate to submit a comment if you have any questions, and we will respond as soon as possible. Always explore the endless possibility of owning a fish. Till next time, thank you for watching.